Welcome to Meditative Mondays, week 4. Today we are going to work on dedicating our breath once again. But instead of dedicating it to someone that we love and that we care for this week, we are going to dedicate it to someone or maybe a group of people that causes us pain and heartache and distress. Someone who causes us suffering or that we are in conflict with at the moment. Take a minute to sit down wherever you are, close your eyes and relax. Roll your shoulders up, back, and around, straighten your spine, and tuck your chin slightly. Feel your connection with whatever you are sitting on. Take a deep breath and feel the air travel up and in through your nose and down all the way to the lower lobes of your lungs before it reverses the cycle and comes up and out through your nose. I mentioned last week that it's hard to know for certain where one person begins and another one ends. We can experience this every day just by picking up the feelings of others. Maybe if you're around someone who's really anxious, you start to feel jittery and you're not sure why. Or maybe you're around someone who's super hyper and happy, and you find yourself coming out of your shell a little bit. That energy they have is contagious. They're quite literally rubbing off on you. So with the good and the bad, we need to keep this in mind with ourselves and our own thoughts and feelings, especially when it comes to those of distaste or dislike for someone else. It's our duty to explore that and to ask ourselves why we're feeling this way, where it's stemming from. And maybe it's hard to do that initially, to be accountable for your thoughts and your actions. And that's okay. We'll start today with the breath instead. So think of the first person that comes to mind when you think of someone you're just not digging, someone who gets under your skin, someone who upsets you. And as you inhale, imagine their face or maybe their actions. And as you exhale, just send love towards that person. Just this broad idea of love. And on your next inhale, understand that you have the power to shift the momentum of this relationship, even if the other person doesn't know about it, even if it's just one-sided. And on your exhale, send compassion. On your next inhale, understand too that this person is also dealing with a lot of things, even though you might not see them or you think you know what their situation is. But you really don't. It's mostly an assumption. So on your next exhale, send understanding. By dedicating the breath to people who cause us distress, we begin to release those negative emotions and transform them into love by way of understanding. So on your next inhale and exhale, send empathy. And as you inhale and exhale, know that you are freeing yourself from carrying the weight of pain and suffering that you might assume the other person is offering to you, but you are just as much in charge of those feelings. You have the power to shift it. So as you inhale, know that this meditation is really meant to heal yourself. You're healing yourself by way of sending love to those who need it. And releasing any hate or distaste or ill will that lives within you. Because even if you don't think those feelings are directed towards yourself, you're still the one that's carrying them. So they still have an effect on your being. And as you go about your week, if you notice someone is falling on your bad side, maybe take a minute, take a quick time out, take a few deep breaths, and mentally send them love, understanding, compassion, empathy, and encouragement. Know that you're sending those things right back towards you. Whatever you put out will come back to you. So be mindful of your judgments and your distaste and your disappointment this week. And try and think about it in a broader sense. And ask yourselves, what emotions do you want to make known in your body? What emotions do you want to be carrying with you on the day-to-day? And try and have a peaceful week.